Okay, hi. First, I will let you know that the graphic on the lower left side of all of my videos is a photo I took of a bumper sticker that I received in the mail that I put on my laptop case and carry around with me to most places I go. Note the voted early sticker is also there. Recently, while I was at a coffee shop, someone I did not know commented on my sticker, and after a couple of minutes of conversation, the subject turned to Trump. Now, I am a retired Navy, and the guy that noticed my sticker is a retired Marine. And the quote from the Marine about Trump was, "There's no way I'm voting for that asshole." But about this video that you'll see. The video you'll see here is Beyonce and Kelly Rowland at a rally for Vice President Harris, speaking about getting together, being heard, and voting. Oh, one other thing before this video. It seems that the felon disrespects two kinds of people. People of color and females. I am so looking forward to him being beat in this election by a woman of color.
Literally less than 5 minutes after Donald Trump took the stage in Novi, Michigan, he began ranting about Beyonce. He began slurring his way through sentences about Kamala Harris, and the crowd was dead throughout all of it until he brought up trans issues. They really care about trans issues for some reason, but it got so bad that even Fox News began to pull away from his rally because he weaved it back to Beyonce after 10 minutes, and it's because Beyonce kind of got his ass last night. She showed up to the Houston, Texas rally with VP Harris, and the energy was palpable. The crowd was young and ready to vote, and her and Kelly both absolutely dumped Donald Trump. And I want to break that down. I want to break down his reaction because, of course, he took the bait today and he responded. He said about Beyonce, bleh, basically saying, who knows who Beyonce is? Yeah, who knows who Eminem is? Who knows who Beyonce or Mark Cuban is? When we could have Kid Rock or Hulk Hogan, give me a break. But with 10 days to go, we have no time to waste. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and let's just jump right in with this clip of Donald Trump talking about Beyonce and basically going bleh about Beyonce.
You know, last night my opponent had one of these, and they bust in people, but you know, they got Beyonce, and Beyonce, you know, Beyonce, blah. They got Beyonce. So Beyonce went up, spoke for a couple of minutes, and then left.
What an idiot. The guy is such a damn idiot.
The place went crazy. They booed the hell out of everybody. They thought she was going to perform.
They booed the hell out of everybody. What is he even talking about? And let me go back a few seconds. When he says "beh" about Beyonce, he thinks the crowd is going to erupt, but there's no reaction from the crowd.
They got Beyonce. So Beyonce went up, spoke for a couple of minutes, and then left, and the place went crazy. They booed the hell out of everybody. They thought she was going to perform.
See, now one thing I know about Trump, based on what I've seen, if his mouth is moving, he's lying or he's saying something stupid, or both.
I would have no interest in that, but they said, and what happened is my opponent got up and started speaking. They booed the hell out of her. It's crazy. So they have to use people to get people to come, and then they send buses.
What the hell does that have to do with
buses,
you?
Everybody comes. We're just going to make
Dumbass.
America great again.
There is not one single clip of people booing Kamala Harris. When Donald Trump says they're sending buses, he means they're shuttling people from the parking lot over to the venue, which happens at Trump rallies too. And on top of that, if Kamala Harris really is leveraging celebrities to get people excited, to mobilize voters, to turn out the vote with 10 days to go, is that really such a bad thing in our democracy, leveraging the tools at your disposal? If it's a winning strategy, I think she should go for it. And on the other end of that, it's better than relying on your fading celebrity status to get you through rally after rally. And then Donald Trump says that he doesn't care about celebrities, but then when Kid Rock endorses him, it is a big deal. When he goes on Rogan's podcast, it's a big deal. He has Elon Musk out there being a surrogate for him, and Elon Musk is basically a celebrity in the MAGA world, so I don't know what he's talking about. And here's a specific moment he says blah about Beyonce, and I'll show you why he's so mad.
My opponent had one of these, and they bust in people, but you know, they got Beyonce, and Beyonce, you know, Beyonce.
So why the hell is he even talking about that? Okay, like I said, he's either, if his mouth is moving, he's either saying something stupid or telling a damn lie, or both. And right now, he's saying something stupid. He's just babbling about his opponent, and it's probably a lie in the first place. He's not even talking about anything relevant. He can't talk about the issues. He's not smart enough or educated enough to talk about the issues that affect regular Americans' lives. like Vice President Harris is. He's not smart enough to talk on that same level.
They got Beyonce.
Great strategy to appeal to black women, to appeal to women in general who you're already losing with. Why not put down Beyonce right after putting down Taylor Swift? And here's a minute from Beyonce's speech last night where she says, "We need to vote. We must get out and vote. We're all a part of something much bigger." You will never hear Donald Trump speak about America in such a nice fashion.
We all have a role to play to make this a reality. We're all part of something much bigger. We must vote. And we need you. It's time to sing a new song. A song that began 248 years ago. The old notes of downfall, discord, despair no longer resonate. Our generations of loved ones before us are whispering a prophecy, a quest, a calling, an anthem. Our moment right now, it's time for America to sing a new song. Our voices sing a chorus of unity. They sing a song of dignity and opportunity.
I really like the musical analogies that she's leading into, and I want to finish this clip in 1 second, but I really quickly want to contrast this with the way that Donald Trump tries to mobilize voters. So Beyonce says in that clip, "We must get out and vote. We must be united. Your voice matters." In this clip from today, Donald Trump says the opposite. He's like, "We don't even need your vote. We're so far ahead, but you should still get out and vote, but we don't even need it. We're crushing in the polls." I mean, what a weird way to talk.
How I got into politics in the first place. But we're going to bring all those plants back. We're going to bring all those jobs back. And I've been saying that for her. She's never said that. But every single thing, and if you have her, it's not going to happen. I don't believe. Look, I'm not supposed to say this because you got to vote. If you don't vote, otherwise I'm not. We're doing really well. We're sort of way up. But I'm supposed to say it's really tight.
No, you're not. That's a damn lie. You're not way up.
You got to vote anyway. You got to vote.
Donald Trump insinuates that it's going to be a landslide. He basically implies that it's going to be such a landslide you don't even need to vote, but his advisors are making him say, "You need to vote." He's like, "They don't like when I say this. They make me say that you need to vote, but we're going to win in a landslide." I can't tell if that's his narcissism or if he's actually trying to trick the crowd and lay the groundwork. Let me show you this quick clip of Kelly Rowland absolutely killing it last night.
We are grabbing back the pen. To forge a new path with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. We are grabbing back the pen to write a new American story, a story of community, of equality, strength, of kindness, and of hope. When I was a little girl and I pledged allegiance to the United States of America, that meant something to me. That flag meant something to me. And today, that means grabbing that pen and casting my vote, as I already did 2 days ago, for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Now, Houston, you've already had a hand.
The energy is absolutely palpable. Let's go check in on what's going on right now in Novi.
I got into politics in the first place. But we're going to bring all those plants back. We're going to bring all those jobs back.
I want you to notice how the crowd just doesn't react. The crowd refuses to react.
And I've been saying that for her. She's never said that.
That's because they're tired of that psychobabble.
But every single thing, and if you have her, it's not going to happen. I don't believe. Look, I'm not supposed to say this because you got to vote. If you don't vote, otherwise I'm not. We're doing really well. We're sort of way up.
I mean, the people in the back are just on their phones. This dude isn't even looking in the right direction back here. Everybody is completely checked out. Watch Fox News cutting away from Trump as he continues to rant and rant.
They have one day, they had 39 million votes. At the end, they had a winner, they had a loser, and that was it. Everybody went home. That's crazy. And we're going to get it back. With your help, 10 days from now. But there's a big lobby against it, you know.
All right, you've been listening to former President Trump in Novi, Michigan.
You've been listening to him for long enough.
Continue to monitor that.
Yeah, nobody, and we're tired of listening to him, so screw him.
and bring you any news if it warrants. For reaction, though, to what we've just been listening to, let's bring in now former acting ICE director and Fox News.
Even Fox is bored of the tired and incoherent ramblings, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Trump saying that they should strip their broadcast licensing away over the next week, like he said with ABC, like he said with CBS. He's already told Rupert Murdoch face-to-face that he doesn't want them playing negative ads, and even yesterday, he told Joe Rogan the biggest mistake of his presidency was picking bad, disloyal people. Now, every time Donald Trump tries to defend himself from...
See, he wants to be a damn dictator. Bad, disloyal people that won't do what I tell them to do. He thinks he has the right to micromanage every single body and tell every single body exactly what to do. He's a freaking idiot.
John Kelly Hitler remarks, he ends up digging his hole further because he says in his answers that John Kelly wasn't loyal enough. He was disloyal. He just needed more loyal generals. So in the process of trying to defend himself, Trump is basically revealing the psychology that led him to say that in the first place. Donald Trump sat down with Joe Rogan to record a 3-hour interview for the Joe Rogan Experience. I've already made a video on this. I'll probably make another one breaking it down later. And in the wide-ranging discussion, by wide-ranging, they mean it ranges from everything to immigration to election.
I apologize. I have to cut this. I'm going to pause this. See, the freaking idiot wants to be a damn dictator.
And trans issues, which are right in between. In the wide-ranging discussion, Trump said his biggest mistake during his time in the White House was hiring bad people or disloyal people. The former president also repeated unsubstantiated claims the 2020 election was rigged, but when Rogan asked him if he was going to ever release evidence, Trump changed the subject. He stuttered. He went, Rogan asked Trump whether the ex-president had made bad choices in appointing White House officials. Trump, after boasting about his Supreme Court nominees, then said, the biggest mistake I made was I picked...
The fucking idiots, everything's rigged. When somebody votes against him or goes against him, they're either crooked or it's rigged or it's a conspiracy.
That I shouldn't have picked. And by some people, he means 92% of his cabinet absolutely hated him. I mean, 44 officials have come out and said, we cannot let this man back into the White House. I have one more clip of Trump to play, but I want to highlight this really important story going on in Pennsylvania. I want to play for you this quick clip of Pennsylvania officials explaining how a deep red county had 2,500 voter registration rolls turned in that were fraudulent. Let me play this for you.
Good morning, everyone. District Attorney Heather Adams. On Tuesday afternoon, I was contacted by Krista Miller, who is our Chief Clerk of Elections, regarding potentially fraudulent voter registration applications that had recently been received by her office. At that time, she informed me that the Elections Office received approximately 2,500 applications at or near the deadline for registering to vote. While preparing to process these applications, staff noticed that numerous applications appeared to have the same handwriting, were filled out on the same day with unknown signatures, and some were previously registered voters, and the signatures on file did not match the signatures on the application.
So there is actual voter fraud going on. And let me know in the comments if you want me to make a full extended video just about this case and just how we can remedy this and use this as a prime example for why, number one, voter fraud isn't that common. Number two, when it does happen, they find it right away, right here. And number three, all the mechanisms are working how they are supposed to. Now, we shouldn't be mad that they found 2,500 illegal votes. We should be happy that they found 2,500 illegal votes because they found it. That means the mechanism to find these illegal votes is there and it's working, and they are auditing it, they are recounting it, they are verifying the signatures. This actually is an argument against there being widespread voter fraud if you think about it, because if they so easily found these 2,500 ballots, how would they have missed millions and millions of illegal votes using the same recount mechanism? So to take a step back, if you were confused when I said that it's good they found those votes, I mean, it's bad that they were originally cast, but it's good that the mechanisms stopped the votes from being counted, at least. Here is Aaron Rupar posting Donald Trump back in Novi, Michigan. Listen to how aggressive he's being. A really aggressive way to phrase something rather innocuous.
Probably damn white trash
the massive
Republicans.
plants that were going to be built in Mexico, they're dead.
Dead.
They're all dead.
Seems like some good vibes going on at that rally. Let's see what Tyler Perry had to say in Georgia the other day. This video is actually pretty badass.
You want to hear something about an American dream? Fort McPherson was once a Confederate Army base. where there were Confederate soldiers trying to plot and plan on how to keep 3.9 million Negroes enslaved. Now that land is owned by me.
That is awesome. Okay, thank you for watching. Now, based on my observations, unlike the felon, I believe that Vice President Harris has character. And what I mean by that is she has the qualities that reflect strong moral integrity, resilience, and a deep sense of values. She can be more trusted and respected because she will act consistently with principles like honesty, loyalty, and kindness. She will show grit in the face of challenges, treat others fairly, and strive to do what's right, even when it's difficult or goes against her own interests. Thank you for watching this video.